Can y'all see my screen here?
Yes.
All right, perfect. My name is Grant. I work for Triple Whale. I am your team's partnerships manager. My job is to help your team, your clients with anything that you need. That can be strategy calls, insights. I answer any and all questions via email. I can hop on a call with any of y'all. I believe you have at least 4 stores working with Triple Whale. So if you're managing a store and you want to chat with me at any point in time that's using Triple Whale, I would love to connect and look at the data together. But yeah, anybody on your team can use me as a resource, or you can ask Cassandra any questions. I'm in direct communication with her, and she can ask me whatever you prefer. I'm going to go through some of the main parts of our tool, but you can always throw questions in the chat, or you can ask them out loud, whatever you prefer. I'll kind of have a few things I want to go over that I think are really, really critical to what Triple Whale is and what we do. And then I would love to open it up for questions if y'all have any towards the end. So yeah, use the chat if you'd like. Let's make sure we get all your questions answered. And then again, after this call, if you ever need me, please feel free to ask questions. More than happy to help. So this is what our platform looks like. And the Pixel, I'm going to cover the Pixel first. The Pixel solves for attribution. So it's, we have about 10,000 clients. We're a Shopify specific platform, and our platform does a number of things: attribution, reporting, creative analysis, product analytics, a ton of LTV metrics, basically like everything a store needs for data. That's what we try to provide. But the Pixel is really what makes the whole engine run, and I'll cover that, and feel free to ask any questions. This is a cosmetics client of ours. I'm showing you June because they were running Facebook and Google ads in that month. We can also track TikTok, Snapchat, Pinterest, all email platforms, Attentive, organic traffic sources. So the Pixel tracks different traffic sources, and then we report based on where revenue is coming from for Shopify stores. That's the purpose of the Pixel. So where we differentiate is every platform wants to take credit when a sale comes through. Like Google wants credit, Facebook wants credit, TikTok wants credit, Klaviyo claims a ton of credit. We can show you every time there's a Shopify sale on a website. This is a $65 order. We can effectively show you the entire customer journey from start to finish, no matter how long it took, no matter how many ads they clicked on, no matter how many channels were used. We're able to provide that insight so that you guys can make better decisions on what's going to help grow that store or help the store reach their financial goals. So this is another example, $50 order, and all the website clicks, all the ads that were clicked on from start to finish. And it can be, a really long time. I've seen 2-year journeys before for one sale. If the Pixel's been installed on a site, we can track that entire journey. So yeah, this client in the month of June was using Facebook, Google Ads, and Klaviyo primarily. And they were also using Attentive, which is text message marketing. And anything with a floppy disk up top is what our Pixel is reporting. And you can see here for Facebook, for instance, we're reporting a 1.77 ROAS, whereas Facebook was reporting a 1.25. The reason why these numbers are different, iOS 16 has zero impact on our Pixel's ability to track. You don't have to opt into tracking for us to be able to track these journeys. You can browse incognito. You can clear your search history. We don't have any limitations to track these journeys. We don't have attribution windows unless you want attribution windows. So Facebook has a 7-day window, for instance. We have an unlimited window as long as the Pixel's been installed. We're the only platform that pulls in real time and we have to prove every ROAS. So if we're showing a 1.77 here, we have to prove every single dollar. And this will pull down to the actual ad level. So like this is $87,348, and we have to prove every single dollar. And then we can include view data and meta purchases or whatnot. And then we have 7 different attribution models. So most of the time, people are going to look at Facebook and Google and whatnot, and they're going to claim credit for the same sale. We have 7 different attribution models. So depending on the goals of the platform, or how people typically interact with those channels, you can attribute them differently, which is why we're showing different numbers. And then as far as like reporting, there's about 70 columns you can add to measure success. Some of the really unique columns have to do with like new customer ROAS. So tracking new customer ROAS down to the ad level, and then you can click on all these and see how those new customers went through the buying process. And then a lot of different profit columns. So profit down to the actual ad level. So this takes into account business expenses and cost of goods sold. And we can get as close to profitability as possible with our cost settings. And then another interesting one is orders overlap. So we all know platforms take credit for the same sale if multiple platforms were used, and you can see the exact breakdown of, if Facebook had this many orders come through, what percentage of those orders also interacted with other channels. So it's great to see there. Can I answer any questions about the pixel and how we track? Yeah, go ahead, Anthony.
Just a little bit more on the overlap. Mm-hmm. So just to your point, is that just multiple touch points along the process? And then obviously that's aggregated for all of Facebook, but is that just what that is, that breakdown that you were showing?
Yeah, what this means in this attribution model, we're looking at last platform click.
Okay.
Now we're looking at last platform click plus Facebook view data. Facebook reports view data. Now, what this means is if people also clicked on Facebook, or if people clicked on Facebook and then purchased eventually, they also clicked on Google Ads.
Gotcha.
25.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Perfect. And is that the same? Obviously, it'll be a little bit different, but same thing with total impact, just across the board there, kind of.
So total impact is a little different because we're looking at every single click, not just the last click.
Gotcha.
So if I click on total impact, it's going to change the numbers up a little bit.
Right.
So only 28% now. Attentive. Gotcha. So essentially what this is saying is there were a certain amount of clicks throughout that buying process. And this would be all the click breakdowns, not necessarily the platform breakdowns.
Okay.
It's kind of confusing, but there's, if there were 5 clicks, all those clicks matter. If there were 2 on Facebook, 2 on Google, those clicks are accounted for. Whereas in triple attribution, that's only counting the last click.
Gotcha. And then for that total impact, that wouldn't include, so say we had a click on an email and a Google ad, but a view on Facebook, it's not going to pull in that view as any attribution for Facebook. Is that correct? Just clicks, like you mentioned?
So the really big thing with total impact is there are quite a few people, like right here. You see this survey?
Yep.
So total impact is where all of our agency partners are seeing probably the most value right now.
Yeah.
Because there are so many people that will be influenced by ads on TikTok and Meta, and they're not going to click on them.
Right.
So like if you think about how many ads you see in the day, all of us, we're seeing more ads than ever. How many do you actually click on versus how many actually influence your buying decision? Not a lot of people click on TikTok because they're one swipe away from the next video. So all these people right here, you can see there's 653 purchases and 444 new customer purchases. This is $27,000 from our survey. And the reason why this is a separate line item is these people went through the buying process and they never clicked on a Facebook ad.
Gotcha.
But when they check out, they said Instagram is what led them to purchase. So they're seeing the ad, they're influenced by the ad, but they're not clicking on the ad.
Gotcha. And so that I have 2 clients on Triple Whale as well, as you know. Nice to see you again, by the way.
Yeah, you too.
So for total impact, that triple survey is just baked right into each platform, whereas attribution and views, it's a line item down there like you're seeing the triple survey. Is that right?
Yeah, exactly. So this line item would go away in total impact because this is actually going to be attributed to specific campaigns and ads.
Awesome.
Now, the really critical piece, like the clicks are easy, but we're having a ton of success with the survey because we can tell exactly what percentage of these answers clicked versus didn't click.
Right.
So that goes away. And we saw $27,000 with a 25% response rate of people that, call it view through data, but 27,000 with a 25% response rate. And Facebook was reporting 8,000 in view through data. So it's really not close.
Yeah.
And what we're doing here is now it's actually being attributed to specific ads. And like, this is their bread and butter campaign. This is what they spend most on. And you can see, okay, this is a 2.07 ROAS compared to 1.81. This is a 1.89 compared to a 1.5, 1.81 compared to a 1.48. These are the ads that they prioritize because of total impact and the survey aspect. And then you can see how profitable they are and a lot of other metrics there. New customer ROAS, things like that.
Gotcha. Yeah, thanks. The triple survey for both my clients has been hugely helpful, not just from being able to use total impact, but just the data that they get for their own business from the survey and those questions answered. So
yeah,
appreciate you diving into that overlap in the survey really quick.
Yeah, that's basically the main thing I show to any new agencies that want to partner with Triple Whale. Like clicks are one thing, the clicks are easy, but the survey really is the game changer. Facebook does not have the best idea of what view through data is. It's really a complete guess, but we're closing that gap and it's starting to show, tremendous results. I shouldn't say starting because there's quite a few case studies now, but total impact is where agencies can get a lot of credit that they may not have gotten without a survey.
Absolutely. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Phyllis, do you have a question? You might be on mute.
I got up and got a cup of coffee.
No, she's there. I see her face.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I just can't hear you.
Yeah, audio is still not coming through, Phyllis. She's probably just trying to restart her browser, sign back out or something.
No worries. Okay. Now, if she pops back in, I'll answer her question. But the pixel is where, just to sum it up, we want to track all the clicks, but also the post-purchase survey tracks a lot of the view through. So that's the point of the pixel, understanding a lot more metrics about the different channels, what's working best, what's most profitable, where new customers are coming in from. And then we can track influencers, we can track organic traffic sources, we can track a lot of different email traffic sources. So it doesn't just rely on paid channels. There's a lot of organic traffic sources that we can track as well. And then, for instance, you can click on a lot of these to see all those journeys and how they're coming through these different channels. So, I saw a lot of organic or SEO capabilities on your website. And if that's a priority, just know we can track those as well. Now, there's audiences that you can target as well. We have this SCDP. So if you're trying to target specific audiences that you think you're going to convert really well or provide a lot of value for your clients, we have pre-built audiences that you can sync into Facebook and Klaviyo to target. So we have pre-built ones that look at LTV, segment size, amount of orders, etc., that you can target. And then you can also build new audiences based on previous actions. So let's say they've they've clicked on an ad within the last month, but they haven't converted. You can target them. Let's say they converted one time 3 months ago, but they haven't bought in again. You can target those people to try and drive, new revenue through different campaign strategies. And then cohorts looks at a lot of LTV metrics by when they became a customer, what they bought, discount code used, who they are, where they live, which campaign they came through. So there's quite a bit of LTV insights, which is obviously really valuable for 99% of e-commerce stores. And then one really awesome part of the tool right now is product analytics. So product analytics essentially looks at all sorts of different products that a website is selling, and then we can look at profit margin, profit in total, return rate, inventory, new customer cost for acquisition, cost per acquisition, overall ROAS of advertising for a product. So like this is a 4.71 across the board. This is a 4.69 across the board. And then which ads have driven sales of that product. So yeah, a lot of LTV metrics under insights. But does anybody have any questions on those last 3 modules? I know we kind of ran through them pretty quickly. Anything I can clear up?
Grant, I don't know if you mentioned it. I had some audio cut out for a second there, but I don't know if you broke down profit and cost of goods sold from Shopify. I didn't hear that. So sorry if you already went over that, but I just think that that's such a useful thing for Triple L to see it not only by campaign, but by product as well. If you do have the cost of goods sold in your Shopify backend. So just maybe something.
Yeah, absolutely. So like this contribution margin is the profit per item sold. So every time you sell this item, you profit $15. Every time you sell this item, profit $15, $21. And then this contribution margin is looking at total profit of within this time frame of selling this product. So like the profits on this one are crazy. This is their top seller. There's a reason why they have 60,000 pieces of inventory and 1,800 days of stock. Like this is their bread and butter. But again, if I come over here, it's not like it's been super profitable, but they know this is their bread and butter. It's a kit that they sell because it's 2 products that run out and a product that doesn't run out. It's a brush and then a pomade and another product. So the pomade and the gel, they run out, but they still have the brush. So people come back and buy again. So it's great with LTV, which you can measure days of stock, inventory, profit, how to drive more of these sales. But yeah, our cost settings right here, one of the most underrated parts of the tool, especially for an agency, because if you're really dialed into the profitability of the store and how to drive more of that profitability, you can enter different custom expenses. And this could be like the cost of working with smart sites, for instance. And then we have gateway costs for, different aspects of the business, shipping costs, and then cost of goods sold is pulled directly from Shopify. So product costs and then price, and essentially down to the specific ad or specific product or the specific cohort, you can get as close to profitability as possible.
Awesome. Thanks, Grant.
Yeah. And I mean, it does give you a leg up. Like if you're an agency and you're on top of that stuff, I don't think there's too many agencies that are prioritizing that and like thinking of their business from a profit perspective. And sometimes if you strip it all down, like that's really all that matters for businesses. I see accounts all the time where the ROAS may look better, but it's just simply not as profitable. So like if I go here in the last week and I want to look at this account's only running 1 campaign right now for this time period with Black Friday, but you can see profit down to the actual ad level, which is really valuable. A couple other cool parts of the tool, like if there are different anomalies when it comes to like what we're seeing and what Facebook's reporting, for instance. We'll list the campaigns that you should look at, the ad sets that you should look at, and the creatives that you should look at. So basically, this creative, Facebook's reporting a 1.28, or our pixel's seeing a 1.91, and there's the specific delta in our favor, Triple Whale's favor, and we'll list these out for you so that instead of like having to go find them, you can see them listed for you. And then the nice thing about Total Impact requires a post-purchase survey, and the more post-purchase survey data, the better. But if you have a store revenue right here, we're going to list the exact revenue that comes from the specific channels. So it's kind of nice to see in a snapshot, like if you have any clients that are running 3 different traffic channels like TikTok, Google Ads, Facebook, it's really interesting to see that laid out because you can see a lot of different metrics visually as far as like what's driving a lot of the revenue for the store. And then for reporting, this summary page is where you can customize reporting. It's unlimited usage. So you want to get your clients involved, your whole team involved. We want to get everybody on the same page. Everybody can have their own dashboard. You can build all sorts of custom metrics, but then you can one-click Slack or email this to clients if they're, if you want to report it to them. You can send it to Google Sheets if you'd like. And then we also have this reporting tool. So if you ever want to build a report and Slack it or email it to their team or whoever, you just got to check off the boxes to include on that report. And then it'll automate and send out automatically. So you're not going to have to spend time building a lot of reports if that's something that you do manually right now. But yeah, those are the main parts I wanted to cover. It looks like we have about 5 minutes left, and I'll open it up for any questions.
Do you have plans for anything besides Shopify currently?
Great question. We do. BigCommerce and WooCommerce should be here within the next couple months. I'd say hopefully before the new year. I know it's a big priority for us. Everybody asks us. We've been Shopify specific, but yeah, that's a great question. If I would bet on it, I'd say before the new year.
Awesome.
Yeah. Go ahead, Ash.
Hey, so we were just talking about, you closed talking about reporting. We do send out monthly marketing reports to our clients, and they're powered by Google Analytics. I see it very often where we have discrepancies in reporting from the Shopify backend to the view we have in Google Analytics. So would a tool like Triple Whale provide better clarity on those discrepancies?
Yeah, great question. We were going to build an integration with Google Analytics, and 90% of our customers are having a ton of trouble with GA4. I assume you're talking about GA4. Okay. So when we were going to build up an integration, what we were going to pull in data from their GA4, and it was going to have discrepancies. So we built this web analytics that you can report on. This is going to get more and more robust, but this is us tracking some of the main metrics that our customers like to track in GA4. And it's not as robust right now, but it's kind of like basic metrics, and then it's going to get more robust as time goes on. But yeah, web analytics, this section, you can always report on it, but this is us tracking it on the website in lieu of GA4, because GA4 can kind of, it can be a lot of work, and now it's not as robust though. So.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Is there anything like specific you like to report, or like you would have a question about reporting from GA4?
In our particular use cases, the discrepancies I see are mostly in total revenue metrics,
Okay.
specifically driven by organic.
Yeah.
But we do kind of across the board find as we go along, as we're, being exposed to GA4 more and more, different areas which also share the same discrepancies.
Yeah. Yeah. So total impact should match revenue 1-to-1, like Anthony said. And if it ever doesn't, screenshot it, because our CS team will fix it. There's been a couple times where there's a data discrepancy we'll get that knocked out for you, as long as you bring it up to me, or we always have the chat box on our website if I'm not available or whatnot.
Great, thank you.
No problem. Well, sweet. Kind of wrapping up. Any other questions? Hey, Anthony. Yep.
One more quick one, I guess, for some of the non-e-commerce people. Do you guys have plans to do anything non-e-commerce related, lead generation wise, in the future?
Not right now.
Gotcha.
I think it'd be a great opportunity. Like I think we could, we should, but it's
Right.
just we got to get big commerce and WooCommerce taken care of, and
For
until we
sure.
go that route. But yeah, good question.
Gotcha.
Go ahead, Andrew.
Really quick question. I've used something similar to this called
Mhm.
Hyros in the past,
Mhm.
and they had a little extension that I could use when I was in Google, where I could just like compare it side by side. Is that something you guys? Maybe I missed that. Is that something you have, or is it like in the pipeline or anything like that?
So side by side to Google metrics.
Yeah, like I could be inside of Google Ads, and then there's
Yeah.
a little Chrome extension I could pop out, and it would just when I'm in Google Ads, I could look at them next to each other.
Yeah. So that's a good question. Ours, we have it inside our platform, but not in Google Ads, if that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, it was just a little cute thing that I
Yeah.
thought was fun, but yeah, no big deal.
Yeah.
Thank
It
you.
would yeah, it's in ours. You can compare a lot of different metrics inside Triple Whale, but yeah, we don't have the one that sends it to Google Ads.
Okay, gotcha.
No
Thank you.
problem. If anybody needs anything, I'm throwing my email in the chat. I'd love to look at any stores that y'all are managing inside. If you have any clients using Triple Whale, let's hop on a call. Would love to. If you have any questions, you can always email me. If you have any clients that may be a good fit, we would love to run a demo for them. We have a partnership program where y'all get referral credit and commission and custom support. And yeah, would love to grow this partnership because Smart Sites is an amazing agency. Golf Teeny. Matt, is that a question for me? Golf Teeny. Oh, nice. Okay. Let me check on it, Matt, and then I'll shoot you an email. Or I'll let Cassandra know. Perfect. Awesome, y'all. Thanks a ton for taking the time to chat with me. It's been a pleasure. You guys were great. Yeah, I'm here if you need me. But yeah, appreciate it and hope y'all have a great rest of your day.
Thanks,
Thank you
Grant.
so much.
See you guys.
Yeah. Thank you
Everyone.
guys.
Thank you, Garrett.
Have a good one.
Thank you so much.
Bye.